You ever wondered to yourself, why is everyone so angry? Why are they so miserable? Like last week, we witnessed an absolute uproar over Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker's commencement speech at a Catholic college for simply professing his Catholic faith and belief in family as our foundation. The line that put many women over the edge was this one.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
The horror, the audacity to say that many women sitting there in that audience would derive more joy in being a mother than anything else. And as a Catholic mother myself, I agree wholeheartedly with what he said. And now, for the first time since the controversy broke, Butker has responded in his speech Friday night. In part, he said, quote, "I can never forget that it is not people, but Jesus Christ who I am trying to please," end quote. Think about what he just said right there. That right there in a nutshell is at the core of so many issues that Americans are facing. Some people, they only strive to please themselves and they think they know everything, like former ESPN host Michelle Beadle.
As a woman, I think everything he said was garbage. I think when you hide hateful thoughts and feelings and bigotry behind the quote unquote cloak of religion, I tend to roll my eyes and stop listening. And by the way, it's also my freedom of speech to say, go f yourself, Harrison Butker. That's my freedom. I can do that. I'm not going to lose my job.
Such a lady. I mean, you know what? Listen, I'm not to be a jerk, but what job does she have? I think she's like a podcaster now. For someone who enjoys her career more than anything else, and she's so outraged by what Butker says, she really seems angry. And isn't it ironic that the women who say, "How dare you say children are the greatest gifts in the world," are the ones that don't have any? Just like I respect her choice to focus solely on her career, so should she and other women like her respect women who choose to be mothers, choose to be homemakers. That's the beauty of America, right? Choices. And it's choices that truly define us. Despite Change.org petitions and calls to fire Harrison Butker, Kansas City Chiefs CEO wife Tavia Hunt, she chose to support Butker and posted this to Instagram, quote, "Affirming motherhood and praising your wife, as well as highlighting the sacrifice and dedication it takes to be a mother, is not bigoted. It is empowering to acknowledge that a woman's hard work in raising children is not in vain. And neither are solid friendships." Superstar Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes also not afraid to back Butker.
I know Harrison. I've known him for 7 years, and I judge him by the character that he shows every single day, and that's a good person. That's someone who cares about the people around him, cares about his family, and wants to make a good impact in society. When you're in the locker room, there's a lot of people from a lot of different areas of life, and they have a lot of different views on everything, and we're not always going to agree, but and there's certain things that he said that I don't necessarily agree with, but I understand the person that he is, and he's trying to do whatever he can to lead people in the right direction.
There it is. Bravo. Bravo, Patrick. Just because you don't agree with everything someone says, why must you automatically want to destroy them, right? That's what the left always does. This is America. We should respect each other's choices. What are the haters so afraid of? That people could be right, that Butker could be right, and that their life is a lie, that maybe they've been wrong all this time? The truth is, millions of Americans support Butker. His jersey now becoming a bestseller. His commencement speech reminding me of this famous quote from novelist Walter Scott. "Without courage, there cannot be truth. And without truth, there can be no other virtue." And he's right. Without truth, there is no other virtue that is paramount. But for some, the truth can be a very scary thing. Hence why the same people that are condemning Christians, Catholics like Harrison Butker, who profess their faith, are the same ones who hate President Trump. Make no mistake. Trump's criminal trial here in New York City, it's coming to its conclusion in the coming days. This criminal case against Trump, again, it was never about hush money. It was about trying to stop Trump from winning the White House again by keeping him locked up in a courtroom instead of on the campaign trail. Democrats, they want to humiliate Trump. They want to break his spirit. But the Biden regime's plan is backfiring, as seen by the size of the crowd who came to see Trump in the South Bronx Thursday night.
And I'm here tonight to declare that we are going to turn New York City around, and we are going to turn it around very, very quickly. We're going to bring safety back to our streets. We're going to bring success back to our schools. We're going to bring prosperity back to every neighborhood and every borough of the greatest city in our land. We're going to reduce taxes. We're going to bring businesses and big taxpayers back to New York. Got to bring them back.
You got to bring him back. I love how it says the Bronx. Now, listen, you can say a lot of things about Trump, but one thing is certain, the man is strong. He is unafraid. But you know who should really be afraid? The Democrats, even CNN, saying this when their reporters saw the energy of the thousands there at that rally compared to the few dozens, if Biden is lucky, that come out to see him.
What was the crowd like, and what kind of response did he get?
Well, certainly a bigger crowd than I think Democrats would like to see, particularly given this is one of the bluest counties in the entire country.
You could barely hear her from the crowd, right? And she's like, she looks so miserable. Listen, as someone who is from the Bronx, it is as blue as a place can get, and it's regular people that live there. But now even diehard Democrats are waking up to the fact that Democrat policies hurt communities of color the most, with skyrocketing crime, illegal aliens. They're getting more benefits than they do, more benefits than homeless veterans. When will Democrats learn that Americans are not as stupid as they think they are? New York's Governor Kathy Hochul taking a page out of Hillary Clinton's deplorable playbook with this comment about Trump supporters.
Well, I'll tell you, it won't make a difference at all, Jake, and that is for Donald Trump to be the ringleader of and invite all his clowns to a place like the Bronx. New York will never, ever support Donald Trump for president.
Too much Botox. Kathy, the joke is on New York with you as its leader. That's the only people laughing at is you. Trump is running for president because of the destruction you and your cohorts, that's what they are, like co-conspirators, have done to this country. Had Trump just, had he just spent his days golfing into the sunset after the 2020 election, he wouldn't currently be facing life behind bars. Keep in mind, this case goes back from, 2008? The allegations? But despite it all, Trump remains resolute that he can make America great again.
You have to take pride in your accomplishments. Do not take for granted what you've achieved. Forget it. It's over. It's good for your confidence, but it's over. Go forward. Think to the future, not to the past, but learn from the past.
But will the rest of the country learn from the past, from its mistakes, not to re-elect a man who spent decades as a politician and has done nothing to show for it, but lie and lie over and over to the American people? Even Johnny Carson made fun of him for it. I mean, come November, Americans will have a single choice to make. Do you want the America you once knew and loved to continue to exist?